Okay, hello again, everyone. Another installment of me talking to a camera on my own. I'm trying to get some reflection back from you folks, especially from individuals in the caregiving community, but in that intention of getting that reflection. I also feel something that kind of gnaws at me from time to time, and I'm guessing anybody that is going through this journey of supporting a loved one that is dealing with a health situation that is chronic or acute, what have you, is that that thing that gnaws on us is, and I hope is universal, and I'm guessing it has to be, is that we tend to compare ourselves and compare our misery and compare what it is we're going through onto other people's situations that they're going through, and it just doesn't seem to be productive for me. So one of those cliche phrases that comes up from time to time is comparison is the thief of joy. So I really, whenever I hear these catchphrases and these things that end up on like stickers or signs that end up in your family's wall, I'm thinking live, laugh, love here at the moment. But anyway, so this is one of those cookie cutter phrases that can end up on a wall, and I try to break them down into its components. So comparison is the thief of joy. So I try to figure out, okay, what are these components? So the first one is joy, and what is that? It's like pleasure, happiness, I guess. And so that's something that we have on a daily basis. It's something that Michelle constantly says that she's chasing, and it's something that I've come to know and love. So then I think to myself, what exactly is being compared here? So what's being compared here is the different situations that we have in our life. So my situation being compared to other people's situations that are dealing with this situation, as I tried to explain at the start. But I don't think this is entirely productive, because anytime I do that, for example, lots of people will chime in on maybe a post that I've made or a different piece of content that I've put out in order to try and express my feelings towards the caregiving journey. Okay, and some of these individuals are sharing their own caregiving journey, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's unbelievable the difficulties that they're going through with supporting their loved ones. And then instantly I feel kind of inadequate, I guess. Inadequate because, over the last few months, Michelle has had a very difficult time dealing with symptoms and maybe side effects from her clinical trial that she just completed, or I guess failed to complete. I don't know, is the wrong way to put it, but you get what I mean. And so she's had a difficult time through this period, through the fall, through the winter. But then people share their stories, and it seems to be beyond that, and it's difficult because I will reflect our own situation back on those individuals, and I'm like, wow, why are we even complaining? So then if I'm feeling that way and I'm not giving myself the validation to not complain, but to even verbalize and share, then I've already lost. I hope that makes some sense somehow, that I see other people's current circumstances, and then I think to myself, well, that's so much more difficult than our current situation. Michelle isn't bedridden, or Michelle is still mobile, or Michelle can exercise, or Michelle can love her family, or express affection through physical movement, or whatever it is. All these things that we kind of take for granted whenever we're quote unquote complaining about our current situation. So that comparison doesn't allow me to reflect appropriately. So it's unfortunate, because I know it's not productive, because I really truly do believe that we're losing a piece of positivity when we are comparing. But at the same time, I think it's human to compare situations. I think it's very human to try and understand where we are in the world based on the individuals that are around us. And then unfortunately, sometimes those individual situations are very difficult, and seemingly more difficult than our own. So that comparison, is that something that you're experiencing, even if individuals that are watching this, even if you are having those comparison thoughts, do you find that they serve you? Like, are they doing something positive? Because there can be a positive nature to it. You can reflect it back, and then all of a sudden, instead of like not having a voice, it can give you a perspective as well. It's one of those things where it's a blessing and a curse, because you have an ability to have some perspective, right? And but you also have the ability to understand, or maybe misunderstand the fact that we shouldn't be comparing. I don't know. It's a really weird feeling that it's really hard to ground. Anyway, for the full breakdown of it, the last one is the thief. So comparison is the thief of joy. So I went kind of back to front, but at the same time, the thief steals from us, right? So what is it that we would otherwise have that is being taken from us? It's the perspective. It's the joy. It's all of the things that the components that go towards being a fully integrated person, or someone that understands their situation, or someone that knows this is my experience, and I know that I can share it. I know that I can compare it without getting caught down in the weeds of like, should I compare or not? Should I compare? But I think that type of perspective and know-how and intelligence is reserved for people that are truly and fully integrated. And at this moment in time, I am not one of those. I'm still susceptible to having the thief join me in my life, and having the thief make me question myself whether or not my wife's health is adequately sufferable enough. And that's not a productive feeling or emotion to have, because it takes my attention away from what I should be focusing on, which is supporting my wife, supporting myself, supporting my family. Anyway, there's another can of worms, another ball of rubber bands that we can try and toss back and forth to see if you guys can help me untie it a bit. Thanks.